Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a get ready with me using some new makeup. I have got a little assortment of goodies that I have been playing with, and I thought today we would just sort of pull them out, have a little fun playing. I do have the Byredo. This is the Remembrance palette. So we're going to be using this gorgeous palette today. I've also got a new sunscreen that I have been testing out. This is the Kosas Dream Beam. We're going to use my current favorite foundation combo using this. I've got a couple new lippies from Merit that I want to share with you. They just launched some new beautiful colors, so I want to share those with you. And then I've got a gorgeous new scent from tlthomasdemarco that I want to share with you. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look playing with an assortment of new fun goodies, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we need to put some makeup on this face, and I have got a bunch of new goodies that I can't wait to share with you. But we're going to start out by using the Kosas. This is the Dream Beam, and this is the Comfy Smooth Sunscreen, and this one has an SPF of 40. This is a mineral SPF with peptides, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and allantoin. So I was super excited to try this SPF. As you guys know, I have been playing around with a bunch of SPFs. I'm going to put together some of my favorites in a full video. I'm just still actually testing some. So let me give you a little swatch of this sunscreen. It's definitely going to be giving me a nice little base, and this is something also that, like, on a good skincare day, that you could just wear this. Really very pretty. I have been playing around with this for about a week, and I really have been enjoying it. So I'm going to start with this Dream Beam as my base all over my skin. And I just want to show you here that it completely melts into my skin and leaves it with a really pretty glow. Okay, here is what the Dream Beam looks like, and honestly, it is so hydrating. It does sort of melt into the skin, so if you're like, ooh, that's too glowy, just give it a minute. It is going to sort of be the perfect primer before makeup, and for anybody who has dry, mature skin, I actually think you're gonna love this, as well as the fact that it is a mineral sunscreen. So this kind of checks all the boxes for me, and it just leaves your skin with a really pretty glow. So far, this is a total winner for me. Really love Kosas. I've been a long time fan of that brand. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use my Guerlain. This is the Terracotta Latente, and yeah, I really love this one. This is just such a great foundation. It is a liquid to powder, so it's perfect for the summer months, and I just have been really enjoying it, especially with the Dream Beam underneath it. This is shade 2.5, and I will just do one pump. Okay, we've got some foundation on. I've got Dream Beam underneath. And then what I like to do is just sort of let this sink in. It's all going to kind of mesh together. And what I found with the La Tante is this is a liquid to powder. And I like to put it on and then just sort of let it settle into my skin because that's when the sort of powder effect will take effect. And I've just been really enjoying this foundation for sort of a natural look, easy makeup. So while we're waiting for the magic to happen on the skin, I did pick up the Byredo. This is the Remembrance palette. I feel like a true YouTuber because I literally bought a palette for myself. As many of you know, I'm somebody who gets a little overwhelmed by palettes. I think they are gorgeous, but I just sort of get a little bit overwhelmed by so many shades and how to use them. But I think I might actually be a true YouTuber now because when I saw this beauty, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to get it. Yep, I kind of bought it for this color right here. That's silly, I know, but there were so many beautiful shades here. And I just thought this would be super pretty for the summer. I have bought other Byredo palettes as well as like their little quads or quints. I'm not sure how many shadows are in them. They are such good quality. I know this is like a perfume brand, but they are creamy and buttery. And this one just looked absolutely stunning. I just could not resist. And so I thought we would have a little fun playing with this palette today. As you can see, they've got matte, they've got shimmer, and I'm actually wanting to use this sort of pretty sort of lavender shade today, silvery lavender. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. This is the problem. This one up here, right up here, is a matte pink shade. So I think I will start with that, and then we will add some of this on the lid. We'll just play. How does that sound? So I'm going to start right over on this one right here, because this one is the matte shade. Actually, these two are matte. Let me show you. Really pretty neutral rose tone. It comes with a beautiful mirror right here, and I just dipped a little bit in to that shade right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and we'll start to play just a little bit. I'm going to put that in the crease right here. They are so easy to use. So if you're somebody who is super creative and you are looking for a really pretty summer palette, I feel like this is going to be perfect for you. And this is a Stephanie made me buy it. She is a subscriber and a client, and she's hilarious. She's like, yep, we both don't like palettes, but she could not resist this. So I was like, uh-oh, I guess I'm gonna get it as well. Okay, I've just put a little bit of that pink down in the crease here. I want to come over to this beautiful silvery lavender tone here. Let's see what this looks like on, and I'm just going to place that on the lid here. That's a pretty color. That is a pretty sort of icy lavender shade. I'm now going to come over to this deeper tone right here, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on my outer V. Don't worry, I will blend everything. Okay, this is more of a pinky lavender eye look, but I do want to show you this gorgeous shade right here. Let me give you a little swatch. It is so pretty. It is like a gorgeous bronzy shade. I want to add a little bit of that to tone this down just a bit. And I want to add a little bit of that as well, just to sort of tone down that lighter sort of pink lavender look. Add a little bit of warmth to the eyes here. Okay, here's what I've created so far. And we've got a little bit of bronze, a little bit of this lavender and pink. And now I want to pull in a little bit of navy eyeliner just to define close to the lash line. Don't worry, it does work all together. I just want to do a little pop of this blue. And I feel like it sort of brings the other shades together. I feel like the contrast with that navy eyeliner just really makes these shadows pop. And now what I'm going to do is go put on mascara, clean up my brows, and then we'll finish off the face. Okay, we have got eyeballs on. I am going to take a little bit, of this darker shade here along with these two. And I'm just going to run that a little bit underneath my bottom lash line here for a little definition, kind of bringing everything together with the colors that I used on my upper eyes. And then I kind of want to play with that silver, just a little fun. But we're going to just do this, and I have not put concealer on yet for a reason. I like to do that after I do my eyes, but I just kind of wanted to make sure that the eyes all were together. And then let's go ahead and pop on a little bit of this fun shade. Whoa. Just for fun, I want to just show you how you can kind of play around with this. And there's so many beautiful, like these warm colors over here that I want to do another look with. So today I did this one over here. I thought that would be kind of pretty. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop on a little topper because it looks so gorgeous. And whoa, you guys, that is so pretty. Wow. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of this on the other side. And you can wear this during the day too, but if you are going out at night, wow, look at that topper color. Is that so pretty? It makes me feel very glam and really makes my eyes pop a little bit. Okay, I promise I will do another look using this Byredo palette, but I just thought it was so pretty, and again, I can't wait to kind of focus on warmer little look over here using my favorite shade here and some of these warm tones. Just for some fun, this is another gorgeous color right here. And honestly, these shadows are just so creamy. You get lots of payoff with them. So if you're somebody who loves palettes, I really do think this one is a beauty. Okay, now we are going to warm up my skin with my favorite product. This is Luminous Silk, and this is their Glow Liquid Bronzer. And you guys, these are so awesome. I just love them. And I'm going to put a few drops all around my face just to kind of warm it up, give me a little fake tan here. They are just so silky. I just literally take my fingertips and then I'll use a little brush or a sponge and sort of put them where I want. I'm going to do a little up towards my forehead, a little bit on my bridge of my nose. I'll do a little bit underneath my chin just for a little contour here. That's not necessarily where I bronze. but I like to create a little shadow, and then I am going to just blend these in. And this is the shade of bronze here. Last time, a few of you said that it looked a little yellowy. And in person, I'm worried that the lighting is not showing the beauty of this product because it is not really making my skin look yellow at all. It is adding a little bit of warmth, and I would say yes, it's a little bit more on the golden warmth, but then I can always use a more cool toned bronzer. This is just sort of giving me a little bit of warmth to my skin, but in real life, I promise you, it does not look yellow in person whatsoever. In fact, I've actually had a few people asking me sort of about my skincare, but just wondering if I had gone someplace like fun where I might be picking up a little sun. I haven't, but I will tell you that we have had like a week of summer here in Portland. It's been sort of funny. We have had weather in the 70s and 80s. It's just completely become summer here. It is going to dissipate this weekend, go back to our sort of 60s and 70s, but I have just been enjoying the fact that it feels like summer so early. And now I'm going to go ahead and pop on a little bit of blush. This one is from Merit, and this one is one of my favorites. This is Beverly Hills, and it is just so easy to use, and it gives you such a beautiful little flush on your cheeks. So I'm just gonna take it like this. And here is the shade Beverly Hills right here. This is the cheek, and isn't it just so pretty? It gives your skin like a little glow here. Definitely a little glowy. It's going to kind of give your skin that healthy flush without looking like you have a lot of makeup on. Perfect for the summer months. Before we move on, I'm going to pop on a little bit of concealer. I have been loving my Chantecaille Le Camouflage Stilo, and I particularly like this again kind of in the summer months because it has a really thin texture. And I just repurchased this concealer because I find that is brightening, but again it has this really nice thin texture that I feel like is very forgiving on my more mature eyes here. Just really beautiful, and it's not too much coverage, if that makes sense, because I don't want you to be up close to me going, whoa, she's wearing a lot of makeup. My goal is that you're sort of like, oh, you just look nice, not like you're wearing a ton of makeup. And I find that this one is just very forgiving underneath the eyes, so that's why I like it. Thin texture, and it also has a little caffeine complex in it that will give me a little temporary eye lift as well. So it'll kind of depuff the eyes. Okay, before we move on to lips, I am going to take a little bit of my Hermes. This is the Sahara bronzer here, and I just like to go ahead and fake a little bit of a tan too. So I've used the drops that I feel like give my skin kind of a very natural warmth, and then I will take a little bit of bronzer, and I'm just going to kind of come in and put this almost all over my face. Give myself like a little glow maker, not too much, but I just kind of want to use this mineral powder just to kind of give myself an all over glow maker here. We're faking it just a bit. And then I've got two shades of lip oils. I love lip oils, lip glosses, and these ones are from Merit. These are the shade Slicks, and they have some new colors. So I picked this up in Le Deux and Mapleton. So I'm going to show you both of these, but if you're a fellow person who loves a glossy little wash of color on the lips, especially during the summer months. I think you might really like these ones from Merit. They feel very moisturizing on the lips. It is just going to give you a sheer wash of color. So this is not for those of you that love full on lipstick. I'm going to go ahead and show you Le Deux. And Le Deux is a sheer pink shade. Love it. And then Mapleton is a sheer brown shade. It's so pretty. And this is Mapleton. These are so good. Now it's funny because these are not known to be lip plumpers, but I swear they make my lips appear a bit bigger, very moisturized, and I just think they're really pretty. So 2 new goodies from Merit. And then of course we are going to end with fragrance of the day. And I have this beautiful fragrance from Thomas DeMarco. This just launched at Twisted Lily, and I have to share that the packaging is so pretty. Just really stunning. And then inside you're going to open up and it's going to describe the fragrance to you. And this one is Coeur. I was so excited to try this one. I had read about the notes in here and I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like the perfect summer fragrance. The magnificent, alluring, and graceful moment, simultaneously tender yet evocative in its delicateness. In its wake, a blend of lingering sensual tenderness and infinite passionate seduction. Coeur is a radiant fragrance straight from the heart, desiring love. Now, the reason I was so excited about this fragrance is that this is a magnolia fragrance. The notes in here are magnolia, asmanthus, which will give you sort of an apricot, almost a peach sort of note in here. Pink pepper, those are the top notes. Then in the heart, you've got rose, you have got cedar wood and oak wood, so it's got florals along with some woods. And then in the base, guess what? It's got tonka bean, which is like my ultimate favorite note, musk, and ambrox. So pretty much every note in here is my favorite, and that does not always mean that I'm going to love a fragrance. I've had perfume before that I picked up just strictly on notes, and it did not work for me. But this is not the case with this Thomas DeMarco. I really love the simplicity of the bottle as well. And this really is so gorgeous. So I love magnolia trees. I'm heading down to the south. I'm going to Atlanta, but I always think of this more as when I lived in New Orleans and things like that. Just those magnolia trees that just have a certain scent that is so gorgeous. And this scent actually sort of transports me to New Orleans. I lived there for many years. There's a sort of romance in the city there that also has all that beautiful architecture, the homes, the Spanish moss, and the magnolia trees. And so it's sort of taking me to that place. I smell the magnolia in here. I love the asmanthus. This is like a very pretty girl scent. That's what I would say. There's also a little bit of a vintage hit in here that I really like. It makes it feel just a bit old school classy, but it is not too much. So if that turns you off, this is a modern fragrance. I almost would call this a modern floral with a hint of a vintage touch to it. This has got a little bit of mystery to it. It is very alluring, but it's also very soft and tender. Really great for the summer months when you want a pretty floral, but you don't want something too heady because the heat kind of might be too cloying with some of those scents. This is what is so beautiful about this, is I think the woods in here sort of cut that down. And I like that there is a slight powderiness to it. It's almost like it's a pink peppercorn powderiness here. Slight spice, nothing too sharp, but for those of you that don't like powdery scents, that's what I'm saying. It's like very well blended. It's not too powdery, it's not too floral, it's not too woody. I find this fragrance actually to have a little sexy appeal to it. I know I don't normally talk about fragrances being like super sexy, but this one has this sort of sexiness, but it's understated, if that makes sense. There's just something that is, again, a little bit mysterious about it, and it's just a very, very pretty scent. So I definitely wanted to share this new release because I'm a little bit obsessed with this brand. There's another one that I want to try from them, but their fragrances are different. They are unique, but they're also very approachable. Sometimes when you're getting into niche fragrances and you are coming from like wearing designer, kind of mass appealing fragrances, sometimes people are like, oh, that's a little bit too odd, or there's just a note in there that doesn't agree with you. This fragrance is very unique, but I also find it to be very approachable. I just really love this sort of sexy sultriness in here, but it again is very understated. So if you're somebody who likes the idea of that, you want a very pretty floral fragrance, you like magnolia, as well as asmanthus, I think you might love this Eau Coeur because it really is beautiful. So excited with this new launch. Okay, this is my final look of the day using some new goodies. I'm so excited because I'm going to be going out of town for a week. I'm going to be heading to Atlanta, but I am trying to film a few videos so I can put that up while I am gone. But I've also got some really fun content coming up when I come home. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend.